All right, it's the headless guitar teacher. I think you'll agree it's better if you don't see my face, but there you go. This one goes out. This little clip goes out to my friend Anders, who comes from a long ways away to take guitar lessons with me, and sometimes he can't make the road trip, so I'm going to send him a clip. And this goes out to anyone else who wants to learn how to play some rock and roll. Today I'm playing a Rickenbacker that I just had a Bigsby put on at Bob's Guitars in Cedar Falls. It's really, really cool. And I like to show off these nice broiler Lawler pickups that Ian put on at Guitar Center. It's got a refret and a bone nut I put on this thing. So it's a modified Rickenbacker 330. Anyway, Anders, are you listening? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Anyway, we're going to play some rock and roll. Stand by. Here it comes. Anders, take your index finger, that's your pointer, first finger, going to lay it flat on two skinny strings at 3rd fret. The two skinny strings, 3rd fret. Super easy. Just lay it flat. Crush down kind of hard. Now your right hand is going to pick those two skinny strings. Let's try that whammy out while we're getting warmed up here. Wow. Okay. Here it comes. That's a really important shape for rock and roll. I'm moving slow here, but we're going to speed up pretty soon. So get used to that. So when you pick up your guitar, you're like, what am I supposed to do? That's what you're supposed to do. Lay your first finger flat on two skinny strings and hit those strings. Great. Now, let's speed up and hit a few of those. Give me 8, like this. 8. Now let's do 16. 1, 2, ready, go. So rock and roll counts to 4, 8, 12, 16. Those are kind of common numbers for just straight up simple rock and roll. And of course you can double that. That felt like 32. I don't know. Figure it out. So that, what you're really representing there is like a G chord. Alright, stay with me now. After you play, say like 4 bars of that, which would be the 32. Let's try 32. That's 32. Now we got to change chords. So you can never, well, rarely stay on one chord forever. Usually you got to change chords. So the change, we're going to go up to 8th fret. That's our C chord. Back to the G. Then you got your D, C, G, D. And you thought this was too easy. Aha. Now can you keep up with me? Let's do that again. So G is at 3rd fret. Let's just review what we're jabbering about. C is 8th fret. Find that. And D is 10th fret. So it's going to be 4 G's, 2 C's, 2 G's, 1 D, 1 C, 1 G, and 1 D. And that will give us 12 bar blues, which I seem to be stuck on. Let's try it. 1, 2, ready, go. G. Here comes C. Go. Back to G. Go. Here comes D. D. C. G. D. How'd you do? Good. Oh, you missed a note. Oh, well, that's okay. So, every measure is going to have 8 eighth notes, which will fit into a bar of 4/4, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That means 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, which would confirm, or what am I trying to say, line up with this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and rock and roll rhythm, which we'll get to eventually here. So, let's do that one more time. 12-bar blues, key of G. It's very exciting. It's very important to be able to follow this progression. Here it comes. 1, 2, ready, G. 1, 2. Here comes the C. Go. G. Here's the D. C. G. D. Cool. Keep working on that. You don't have to be perfect right now with that. But let's move on to, let's make it a little harder. I'm going to add some more to that, like this. So you can see the first thing we did is just kind of a step to get us rolling in the right direction. Now, it's a lot more complicated, but it's not impossible. First shape, that 2/3 fret notes. The second shape, we're going to go, instead of the 2 skinny strings, we're going to go to the 2nd and 3rd string. And you're going to press down with your ring finger 5th fret on the 2nd and 3rd strings. So you're going to go 2 of these, 1 of these. That's the double 5s there. Ring finger laying flat. Let's do it again. Ring finger flat. Let's look at my right hand here. Hitting the 2 skinny strings, now to the 2nd and 3rd string. We're going to stay on those 2 strings, 2nd and 3rd string. Now we're going to 3rd fret with 1st finger. So this is what we got. One more time. So it just takes an incredible number of repetitions to really learn this stuff. You got to focus and try. Turn off your cell phone, turn off your computer, turn off your video games, turn off your TV, turn off all that junk, and turn on your mind. Let's get back to the old days of really rocking and rolling and using your ears. That's the incredible technology you carry on the sides of your head. It's left-right stereo. Natural stereo. Now, add middle finger, 3rd string, 3rd string, 4th fret. So we're going to go. I'm picking the 3rd string here. 1st, 2nd, 3rd. So it's going to sound like this. And I'm on my fingertip instead of laying. The others are flat shape, flat shape, flat shape, flat shape, tip. Now I'm going back to the 2 skinnies, 3rd fret, where I started. So really you got like 1, 2, 3, 4 different elements here. And that gives you and then you take it up to C, same thing. to G. D, C, G, D. We'll be adding more and more and more, but I'm always staying at the basic level, making sure I don't leave anybody behind. I'm sorry, I don't take it super far, but this is the kind of stuff, if you can get a baseline of skill with these kinds of moves, you can go on and do whatever you want. So that's kind of where I live. Basic, easy stuff that, you know, Slash is going to play this, Jimmy Page, Hendrix, Chuck Berry, Brian Setzer, Ace Frehley, they're all going to be influenced by these basic rock and roll moves. So that's what we're doing. If you want more complicated stuff, let me know. I'll step it up. But I specialize in simple beginning guitar. I want to make sure everybody's holding the pick correctly. Oops. Hello. Just on the side of your index finger and the thumb. Middle finger sits on the face of the guitar. Side of your hand can sit on this bridge. This side here. This side sits on the bridge. Fingers on the pick guard. I'm wearing my Surf Zombies Lust for Rust shirt today. I don't know if it's right to wear your own band's shirt, but I'm doing it. Lust for Rust CD, it's pretty freaky. It uses some of these licks in there. Wow. Lust for Rust. Okay, that's it. I'm out of here. Practice every day. Focus. Use your ears. Well, your fingers are easier to play with, but the ears are kind of important to use to listen. Goodbye.